today's episode, we're going to be talking about how to fight for your children. How do you fight for your children, guys? Come with me on this one. What can we do as parents to fight back for our kids to ensure that they make it, especially in this Gen Z world that we found ourselves in? The first one is very simple. Teach your child to be their own person. Once you've been able to do this, then that means you've been able to pass on a very tremendous tool to this child to excel in life. Because what the future is about to bring, there is so much diversity, and we need to begin to accept ourselves as who we are at first as parents, and then to pass this on to our children. We're all unique, we have different traits and everything, but we need to pass on to our children that their unique characters, their unique values and beliefs, they should be content knowing that that is who they are, because the outside world is going to show them different things, and we want them to stick to the very person that God has made them to be. Peer pressure is very strong pressure. The need to impress people in our society is very high. See, even as parents, we need to begin to work on our own selves. We need to be secure and at peace with the people that we are, so that our children can look at us and know that they can also be proud with the personality, with the inbuilt spirit that God has given to them, and not trying to mimic what others are. If you can overcome the urge to succumb to peer pressure, you're already a step gone in trying to fight for your children. We should help our kids to understand that it's okay to be different. Yes, it's okay to have a different skin color. It's okay that your accent is different from what you're hearing outside. It's okay that you believe in one true God, which is Jesus Christ. It's okay, and be content with that. This is what parents we should be discussing with our children from when they are very young, because this is the time to sow this seed, and then as they grow we water it. But what then happens to parents who just came to the light and maybe they already have teenagers and they don't know where to start from? You need to go into the place of prayer. Prayer is very efficient. There is nothing God cannot do. And after that, you can still speak to your children. Your children are your children, even till old age. You can still speak to them, and then the light you found, you can take it to them. Why I'm saying this is because it seems like everything I've been saying about raising godly kids in a time like this is just about new parents. Yes, it's best to start from when they are very young. But what if you did not have any of this knowledge and now your children are teenagers? Would you just fold your hands and watch them waste away? No, you can still sit in the place of prayer with your God, and God does marvelous things. Things can still change in the life of your children. I'm just saying this to encourage someone that might be out there watching and is feeling like, well, it's too late for me. I no longer have kids. I have teenagers and they've chosen the way they want things to be. Please pray for your children. Second way to fight for our children is by teaching them what to do with anger. Anger is a feeling. Anger is not a sin. It is what we do as a result of that emotion that counts. We need to teach children that yes, it's okay to be angry, but what do you do when you're angry? That is anger management. Managing anger means learning to direct our anger towards the situations that are wrong rather than towards people. When we find out we are angry, we need to sit down and analyze the reason why we are angry. And if we find out that it's a situation rather than a person, or even a person but through a situation, then we should attack that situation rather than the person. There's something with anger, especially as parents. When we are angry, our children are able to pick up the emotion, and also it affects them. So angry parents begat angry children. Let me say for myself, I've noticed that whenever I'm unhappy, my children notice it, and my youngest son is usually very cranky. My eldest son, in turn, has formed the habit of saying to me, "Mommy, smile." And even when I smile half-heartedly, he then goes on to smile and say, "Mommy, smile like me." It's very funny, but these children constantly will teach us if we want to learn, honestly. Try to create an atmosphere of peace, joy, love, and laughter in your home. I know it's not easy, but like I will say every day I come on here, is start from somewhere and build it up. And I believe that God's grace is sufficient for all who needs it. The third way to fight back would be to help your child understand that there are consequences for our choices. Every choice made today will come back at us tomorrow. So if it's a good choice, we're going to get good reward from it, as well as if it's a bad choice, we're going to have to face the consequences tomorrow. There's a saying that I like so much: play today and pay tomorrow. Any parent that doesn't teach their children that their choices have consequences is shortchanging them. Honestly, our children need to know that every choice they make will come back at them tomorrow. If it's good, then let it be good. But if it's bad, they just need that awareness that this can come back to you tomorrow. And we, the parents, we are the ones to lay out that blueprint for them. And see, the society we are in does not forgive. Oh. It does not forgive. We'll be preaching today gentle parenting and everything, but let me tell you, when a teenager goes out there and does something illegal, the law is going to face them. If as parents we are not going to face our children, the law, the society will face them tomorrow. It's also going to be the consequence of the choice that we have made. If we are deciding that we're not going to teach our children, we're going to be oh so gentle, we're going to let them make their choices, we're going to let them go out there when they are grown and learn by themselves. After all, we also learn from our mistakes. We can fight back by teaching our children that problems can be solved. There is nothing God cannot do on this earth, and there is nothing time cannot solve. It takes God's grace, it takes God sanctioning an issue, and the matter is going to be solved. The generation we find ourselves in now, Gen Z, we like things to be very fast. That is the Gen Z way, and that is just what we have found ourselves in. Fast, quick, and easy. But we need to teach our children patience in getting a problem solved. Where there is no patience, honestly, patience was one of the virtues I learned in my 20s. I wish I had learned it earlier. I wish I had valued the virtue of patience earlier in my life. There is no problem without a solution. When COVID-19 came, we thought the world was coming to an end. Honestly, I thought this was time for me to just tidy up, make sure I was in good terms with God, and just lie down until it happens. But even COVID-19 had a solution, and now there's another problem, and there's still going to be a solution. In fact, God is even counting on mankind to bring solution to these issues. Who is going to be that man to do it? It's our children. It's the generation coming before us. Many of us, we're getting old. What are we going to live when we leave this world? Is it people who do not have the patience to face any challenge at all? No. We should teach our children that every problem has a solution. There's no point rushing in this life. Yes, avoid time wasting. Avoid time wasters. But when you know that you have put in all your best, then it's time to go back to God and just sit there. When God is saying sit, just sit. When He says walk, walk. And when He says run, run. This is for parents. But most importantly, in the context of what we are talking about today, how to fight for our children, it is to give them that gift of knowing that every problem can be solved, and that with time, waiting on God, putting in the hard work, working smart, they can get to wherever they need to be. Don't get it twisted. These things are very, very achievable. This is what you can do as a mom. This is what you can do as a dad. This is what you can do as a caregiver. Let me tell you people, the memory verse I taught my children for this is Philipians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. It's very short, it's very simple. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. I write it on my journals, I write it on my clinical notes, I write it everywhere, because I need that constant reminder that every problem has a solution. The very last one, which I think I said in my previous video, is fight back for your children by giving them values that would distinguish them in a time as this. You yourself, you need to have certain values and beliefs so that you can have something you can pass on to your children. What is it that you believe in? Is it worth handing over to your children? That is the question I want us to take home today. If you are still here, I am so grateful to have you listen to me. Who is this small girl that you're coming to listen to? I'm very, very thankful for all my old subscribers, all my new subscribers, all my returning viewers. I am so thankful to you all. If this is your vibe, if this is something you want to learn more about, raising children in a time like this, or if you know someone that might benefit from it, here is a playlist that you can click on and just follow all the episodes so that you can catch up. Okay guys, thank you so much, and I will see you in the next one. In the meantime, please subscribe.